all out there in Cyberland. Welcome to Guild Goes Live. This happens on the first Friday of every month at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm so happy to hang out with you guys. So, we in this live broadcast dive into creativity and all things happening in the graphic arts world. So, here you're going to be enjoying insider graphic arts news, buzzworthy discussions, clever hacks and solutions, exclusive event previews, and inspiring member interviews. So, speaking of member interviews, today we have a talented graphic artist that will be joining us. So, Kathleen is a guild member, and she is also an active volunteer on our DEI committee. But before I dive into that too much, make sure you stay tuned because you are going to see more of her very, very soon. But before that, don't miss the opportunity to connect with your fellow artists and learn from guild leaders and be a part of the creative fun with a couple of our different membership events, or sorry, not member events, but member events and non-member events. Apparently I can't find words today, which, sometimes it's fine, but today maybe not so much. So let's see. I dropped a QR code up there for you to scan if you want to become a member of the guild, because we are a member-based trade association, if you did not know. And we have a bunch of events that I think would be really cool for you to want to be a part of. So I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm also going to add a little link here. Oh my gosh. Apparently I cannot function today, which is like unique. What are you doing? All right. Anyway, so there we are. So then that QR code up there is actually a link to the Guild's calendar of events. And we'll talk more about the Guild calendar events as we go through. But really quickly, maybe I should actually tell you guys who I am. So I'm Yannick DaCosta, the Guild President, and again, we're a member-based trade association focused on promoting and protecting our members' interest in the creative community. So if you're a graphic designer, illustrator, web developer, or a student, we offer resources to help build a successful career. And as a member, you'll enjoy advocacy education and business resources like the Pricing and Ethical Guidelines Handbook. I don't know if you can see. Okay, there it is. That's mine. It's never too far. And then, of course, our webinars and events, and we'll talk about that a little bit more as we go through today's live. You can network with your peers, join online forums, and serve in leadership roles to shape the industry's future. You'll also benefit from professional discounts, grievance assistance, and contract reviews. So again, we're going to talk about a couple of those things today as well. So really looking forward to those questions and interacting with you guys. We offer various membership options, including professional, student, and retired professional. So again, if you join the Graphic Artists Guild today and be a part of a supportive community working together for a better, less stressful, and more profitable creative journey. So I want to talk really quickly about our events. So Freelance Fandango, if you've never heard of it, let me see if I can get this thing up here. Boom, Freelance Fandango. So Freelance Fandango is a weekly virtual opportunity for cartoonists, illustrators, graphic artists, photographers, writers, and creatives just meet and create work together. So work on whatever you want, but come hang out. It's like a weekly accountability buddy to get stuff done before heading into a busy week. So the next one is this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It happens every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So another one that I kind of want to bring to your attention, let's see if I can find it here. Is going to be, we have a webinar coming up, a webinar called What You Need to Know About Web3 and NFTs. And I mean, before you get too excited or too disgruntled, it's definitely information you want to be a part of. It's presented by Carl Cleanthis. Wow. Cleanthis, who is just apparently, I'm having a day, guys. And Carl is one of our board members here, and he's definitely worked very closely with our advocacy committee group to make sure that what we're actually providing you with is information that you can actually use in your career, whether we're talking about how to best use the technology to protect your rights or how to utilize the technology to help you earn more income. So again, it's something that you really want to check out. It's things that you've probably never heard before. And I just know that it's going to be a great time. So it's going to be, and let me just double check. So it's July 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be Wednesday, July 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You do not want to miss that. And then, well, I have the little QR code going on. You can always scan that to attend, check it out, all the fun stuff. But can't forget my guys over at Mind Your Creative Business. It's for resources and inspiration for creative professionals. That's actually a live stream. If you're watching this, that means you can watch that from anywhere that you are. And it will be pretty awesome. So it's hosted by James Stowe out of the West region and Ed Shems out of the New England region. So, West Coast, East Coast in the building, all the fun stuff, where the West and the East meet. So this will be happening again right here. It's also a live broadcast. And the next one is going to be on July 19th. So it's going to be July 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you get to go there and ask a bunch of questions about running a creative business and get answers supported by the Guild's handbook. So again, pricing and ethical. I don't know if I'm pointing. Okay. All right. So next event that I definitely want to bring some attention to is going to be, and you guys can tell me if I already told you about this. Show off and tell. Nope. I didn't. Show off and tell. So Show Off and Tell, this is an informal monthly gathering to show off some recent work and get feedback on works in progress from your peers. All creatives are welcome. You want to show off your work and enjoy some oohs and ahs, or just participate in the telling part. Come and schmooze with us. Get new stickers in your store, working on a website, designing a business card. Come and share with the Graphic Artists Guild. This happens on the fourth Wednesday of every month. And so the next one is going to be on July 26th. So July 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that was a lot. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even sure if I actually caught up with all the things. But again, I'm Yanita Costa, president of the Graphic Artists Guild, and we are a trade association, a member-based trade association focused on protecting and promoting our members' interest in the creative community. So if you are a graphic designer, an illustrator, web developer, or a student, we offer the resources to help you build a successful career. I don't know. Today is it's all the things. Oh my goodness, we have some people in the chat. And I am not even, this is how it's so much going on. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Shameless plug on my product placement here. Hey, Liz, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Liz is the immediate past president of the Graphic Artists Guild. Always love to see her in the comments. Of course, we're talking about the Graphic Artists Guild handbook. Let me just go ahead and put that up. There's actually a boom. Okay, so that's actually the QR code to get the handbook if you don't have the handbook. So I kind of just wanted to share that with you guys. The handbook is just a really amazing resource, and I think it's just one of those things that if you have ever been unsure about what the next steps are for you to do within your creative career or within your business, it's just a really, really handy resource to have. And when I say creative career, I don't even mean just graphic arts, because I know I've had a conversation with photographers who are just I love this is what I need. Or I've had conversations with writers who are oh, I take some of the strategies from this too, and I'm amazing. All right, so enough about all our events. They're amazing, and I know that you will enjoy them too. Here are a couple things that I want to point out. So right now, the Graphic Artists Guild has their Adobe Max discount up on our website. So for our members, once you log into the Member Central section, you can get the details to receive $400 off the Adobe Max conference. So you get all the details, the discount code, all that once you're logged into Member Central. I mean, again, membership has its benefits, guys. Our annual professional membership is $200, and just by being a member, you're getting $400 off Adobe Max, so you can continue to grow, improve in your career. I mean, I think that's more than worth it. Adobe Max will be happening in Los Angeles this year. It's also happening online, so it's October 10th to the 12th, and which I think is pretty exciting. Max brings together world-class speakers in the graphic design track. They're, trendsetters, creative visionaries, and out-of-the-box thinkers. So if you are a guild member, head on over to Member Central and get your discount code. You can start by accessing it from the website, and once you're logged in, they'll take you right to the website with your discount code. If you are not a member, what are you waiting for? Is that weird? Okay. All right. So that is, I feel like, the first piece of news that you want to talk about there. All right. So I think another really great piece of news that I don't even know if it's great. It's not great. It's just interesting. So recently I'm not using the words right. So I think it's called So Canada, a judge in Canada, I'm going to just go with that, recently had a ruling where apparently a farmer used the thumbs up emoji in a text message conversation regarding a contract. And the judge ruled that the thumbs up emoji was essentially just as legitimate as the man signing the contract himself, which I don't know. I think that's kind of crazy. Like, can you imagine sending someone a thumbs up emoji and then finding out that you just agreed to a multi-million-dollar contract? I think that's mind-blowing. I think I should probably put one of the articles in the chat, but see, now I should just read. A Saskatchewan court rules emoji is just as valid as a signature and orders a farmer to pay $61,442 for an unfulfilled contract. I think it's crazy. I think it's absolutely crazy. I'm bringing this up here because one of the things that happened was that they brought in an emoji expert. And I'm like, what graphic artist signed up to be the emoji expert in this case? Because I am there's so many weird interpretations, right? Those the praying hand emojis. Let me see if I could drop that over here so you guys can understand why I'm looking at them kind of crazy. Let me see. Pray. The praying hand emojis, right? So imagine you have a conversation, you get a text and you find out your grandma is sick, and you send the text and you're like, oh, praying. So you send praying hand emojis, and someone thinks that you're saying high five that your grandma is not well, because there's so many interpretations, right? The guy was oh, I was acknowledging that I got the contract, not that I was agreeing to the contract. And I totally get what he's saying. So I'm hecka concerned. Just my personal opinion here, but please let me know how you guys feel. We got some other things going on in the chat here. Oh yes, Drizzy Drake's favorite emoji. Oh my gosh. So someone was like, yep, you might think that's praying, but in Toronto, that might be, the sixth god. Hilarious. I am dying over here. So yeah, it's interesting. If anybody knows who the emoji expert was, please let me know, because I have some questions. Like, I just want to know, like, what happened, what didn't happen. I'm totally like, my mind is blown. All right, so I think this is a really great time to move into our Graphic Artists Guild member interview. Okay, so I feel like if you've probably seen some of Kathleen's work, so, and you haven't, like, you had no idea. I'm like, I don't. This is, sometimes we take things for granted, right? But I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Kathleen, and then we're going to bring her out here. So Kathleen Smith Waters, that is her full name, is a graphic artist specializing in illustration and graphic design. So she grew up in Northeast Ohio, and she honed her skills at the Cleveland Institute of Art, where she pursued her love of visual storytelling and creativity. So she's done that. And then, with over a decade of experience in product development, she has dedicated her career to designing children's craft products, toys, and art materials. And she has taken that knowledge and then come and volunteered for the Guild to improve the livelihood of graphic artists all over America. She is heavily involved, as I said before, in our DEI efforts, which I think is amazing. And I just know she's going to continue to do some amazing things. So without further ado, oh my gosh, welcome.
Hey.
Woo! How are you?
I'm good. How is everybody?
I feel like everybody's doing really well. All right, so talk to me. I don't know. I feel like you're like ridiculously talented. So we had our one-on-one. So we have these one-on-ones, guys, with just like team members, like from a volunteer perspective, and leaders within the Guild organization. I guess the president and everyone does this thing. And so we were talking, and Kathleen was showing me some of her products, and I was like, wait, what? I didn't even know that this is a thing. Like, she was telling me about like her, patent protected products. And I was just like, whoa, wait, hold on. Don't tell me all the things yet, because we need to get this on Guild Goes Live. So why don't we start there?
Sure. So, hi. I'm a graphic designer, and I do product development for kids' craft products. And what we were just talking about were like my stuffed animals. So with the little flip sequins. So these are some of my little stuffed animals that I've designed, and these have patents on them. But yeah, these all are they all start as illustrations. So everything comes as a drawing. You draw it this way, this way, this way, every single angle.
I don't even know how many people I don't know how many people even think about that as a part of like a graphic designer's role, or like that being a part of graphic design as a whole, right? So like we think about like advertising and like maybe like web development, or we think about I don't know, like book development, but like product development is like a whole different ballgame. How did you end up there?
I knew when I was going through school that I wanted to work on graphics that would serve kids. So whether or not it was children's book illustration or whatever, I knew that is what my focus was going to be. So I tried to target companies within this area that produce those kinds of products. And I've kind of learned along the way. But when you look at a product in the store, there's all sorts of design that goes in it. There's packaging design that you need to consider, what's on the front, the sides, the back, What are the images that are going to go online to sell your product? Because so many consumers are shopping on their phones. That's a huge part of it. And then also, you know, this is a garden stone that I designed, that's meant to go outside. It's cement. But even designing mosaic tile pieces, I was able to customize all these little shapes to include like little hearts and stars. So design really can go into all aspects of the product. So, I mean, this started as a drawing. Um, and you kind of have to spec out like how thick I want it, how thick are my crevices, all of these little bits and pieces of design, um, until it all comes together into something boxed up in the store.
So talk to me about how you manage, like, I don't know, like what is the most direct path to getting into product design? Because I feel like people are watching and they're like, they may be in a rut, right? Maybe they're in a rut in their current role, and they're looking for a new way to utilize their skills and to get into a different kind of industry. And I feel like their products are constantly being made every day. People are always going to market with something new. So how do you think it's best for someone to kind of like launch into that specific area of expertise? Like, should they decide where in the pipeline they want to be? Do they want to be in packaging? Do they want to be in the actual product design? Do they want to be in the advertising? Like, what should they do?
There's a lot of things that you can do to get into product design, and there's a lot of resources to use. There's trend research that you can use to see, you know, what's popular, what's trendy, what are consumers looking for. Um, so there's lots of resources for that, and then also looking at online and seeing, you know, what brands or companies speak to me and what can I learn from them, or do I want to work for them, and how do I get there. um, so a lot of it can be networking, you know, just through who you know, but also if you're determined, if there's a will, there's definitely a way.
So talk to me about the companies that you're working with now, right? Like, what does a day-to-day look like when you go to work?
Sure. So currently, I'm working full time for Faber Castell, Creativity for Kids. So it's a German owned company. They make really premium art materials. And then here in the United States, we focus on kids' crafts. So I get to do a little bit of both. Um, so a lot of the times I'm working on kids' stuff like this. But also, I work on some art materials, putting together premium assortments for our consumers. Um, and then, you know, also looking for new art supplies, you know, because we do look at trends, what is like new and fun that is going to spark joy for somebody, or, you know, what sparks joy for me.
Yeah. And I guess you have to tap into like the kid inside of you, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys ever like and I don't know if this is a question for you or someone else, do you guys ever decide to outsource to freelancers? Do you guys ever collaborate with people outside of the organization to really hone in on what's trending?
Absolutely. We work with artists all the time. Sometimes it's in house, sometimes we outsource it, and there's different reasons why we do that. Like sometimes we're just so stuck in our own way of thinking about how we approach product that, you know, we think, gosh, we need an outside perspective. And I have worked with artists that reference our book when they provide price quotes, and I think that's awesome. I love it when they do that because I'm like, yes, because you know
Back to the shameless plug.
yeah, yeah, because like some people think, well, gosh, that's expensive, but no, not, it's really not. um, yeah.
And then yeah, so then the handbook gives them that starting place of like, no, 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 guys, you can have these kinds of conversations. It's a really great place to like. I mean, of course, like you can negotiate whether that's up or down, but like the pricing and ethical guidelines handbook, or the handbook for pricing and ethical guidelines, gives people some kind of borderline to start from. So yeah, no, I think that's actually really awesome. If if you could if you could give one piece of advice to an aspiring graphic artist watching right now, what would that one thing be?
I I think it would be keep creating, keep being inspired, because really the stuff that you're posting on your social media, like new artwork, new designs, there's people like me in the industry that are looking for it and looking for artists, and that's a way to get your name out there. And if you're not at a trade show or something like that, I think that's the easiest way to be more visible and find clients.
I love that. I just realized there's one question I didn't ask you that I want to ask you. Um, why did you decide to join the guild, and why did you decide to actually volunteer your time for the organization?
Sure. So I was recommended, Delaney suggested that I should join the guild, and I know she's really active in it. And usually I'm a pretty quiet person and I keep to myself, and I wanted to challenge myself, to put myself out there. And, you know, there's lots of things that you can learn from other people in your industry, and I think that's what I wanted, was to learn from everybody else that's in this group, because we're stronger together.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And shout out to Delaney. Delaney is awesome. Delaney is one of our at-large representatives and board members to the Graphic Artists Guild, and she's also the co-chair of the DEI committee. So love that. Um, Thank you so much for your time, Kathleen. It was really nice having you and hanging out with you and all of the fun stuff. I just want to wish you all the best, and I will see you at the volunteering table. If there's
Thanks.
anyone else out here that wants to reach out to Kathleen, how could they find you?
You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Instagram. Send me an email. I will respond right away.
Amazing. Thanks again, Kathleen. Have an awesome day.
Bye.
Woo! All right, people. People, we are here. Not really. We're almost here. So, what else is going on in the world of graphic arts? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You guys got nothing for me out there. You guys are silent. It's okay though. I am Yanita Costa, Guild President, and just another reminder, we are a member-based trade association. If you did not know that, now you know. It's Mike's super short show. No, just kidding. So I wonder if that, you know what, never mind. So there is a QR code top left-hand corner. If you are not a member of the guild, you are welcome to click on that QR, or sorry, to scan that QR code and join, right? We are a trade association, once again, focused on promoting and protecting our members' interests and the creative community. So I had a graphic artist hack over here, but I cannot seem to find it. That's strange. Let's see. Let's see if I put it somewhere. No, apparently I did not. Okay. Well, I will see you next week. Same time, same channel, all the fun stuff. And I look forward to hearing you guys making some noise and being interactive and chatting with me and getting all the updates on what's happening with the Graphic Artists Guild and the graphic arts community. Have a great day, guys. Bye.